Greetings, Boca Janata Party. I will try to make this a quick explanation of what key is. So every bit of music has what it wants to quote-unquote resolve to, a home. So if I play a chord progression like this, you notice that fourth chord that it seems to resolve, the tension goes away. I'll play it again, and what I'll do is I'll pause so that you can hear the tension before I quote-unquote resolve it back to the original chord. So here it goes. And here's the resolution. So this note right here, happens to be a D, not that much matters to you. But this D is the home note. And so at the end of this chord progression, if I just go, I can resolve it with just that one note. And it sounds like it's gone back home. So what that is what's known as the tonic, the home note of the chord progression. Now, I can do a chord progression like that is roughly happy sounding, and that's a major chord progression. But I can also do the same thing in a minor key, and I guess I'll just do basically the exact same progression in a minor key. So this will be the same home note, but it's going to be like sad sounding, so it'll be minor. Notice again it resolves, and in that case it's very, very dramatic for some other stuff that you don't probably care about at this moment. So a key is the idea that there is a center note to music. Now, if you do a key change, it is sort of an abrupt changing of that center note. So one example that's really common in music is to go from a minor key to notes that are real similar in a major key. So let me do an A minor chord progression, and I'll change it to a C major. Again, those things probably don't much matter to you, but it's a common kind of change. So if I do a progression in A minor, now I can change that. So instead of resolving at the end there from an A minor to back to an A basically as the home note, I made it finish on a C. So to sort of simplify that down, because actually that example didn't turn out as well as I had hoped since I made it up on the fly, this A minor progression would normally go, it could go any number of ways, but this is one example. But instead I could resolve it another way. So that was a key change from an A minor to a C major. Hopefully that gives you an example. That's a more sort of natural and an obvious one, but sometimes they do things that are a little bit more strange and dramatic. So one example might be that if I do an A minor progression, I'm going to resolve it to some weird key. So we'll say F sharp major, for instance, and I'm going to do that with a C sharp major chord into it. So I'll go. So that thing started in A minor, but there was a real abrupt spot in there where it changed. So I've probably talked an awful lot. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what a key change is. If you'll notice in the video below this one, I give you an example in Portal, and there's a very abrupt change from the key of, I think it's D major into, if I recall correctly, F major, which is super abrupt and super weird, but it totally works in that song. You just noted as sort of a mood change. So hopefully this helped, and I didn't just talk too long and play a bunch of crap for you. Thanks.